Hey guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Binance challenge update. I'm pretty excited about this one. Got quite a lot to tell you guys. So with that being said, if you guys quickly smash the like button and we will go straight over to have a look at what is going on. Oh no, look at that. We had one Bitcoin. What has happened? Don't worry guys, we haven't lost a load of money. What we have done is we have now made it the joint Binance and MXC challenge. So basically we still got the one Bitcoin spread between the two accounts. So I mean, you'll probably notice basically 0.769, or we'll just call that 0.77 plus 0.252. that means we have means we're in profit, which is good. Yeah, it's good. Obviously some of these alts got a bit smashed today with Bitcoin rallying, which I thought was interesting because they were coming down in USD value, not just Bitcoin value, which I thought was yeah, I just thought was interesting because obviously fair play, they can go down against BTC values. BTC's flying up, but there was not really a lot of need for some of these alts to go down in actual USD value in fiat Fed notes, but it did. So I basically filled up my bags whilst I had the opportunity. So yeah, so let me just check this microphone. I believe we may have not turned the volume down right. Let me just check this is working now. Yeah, apologies, that may have been quite loud there, but yeah, I've turned this down now. So yeah, hopefully that's better, because I bet it was coming out a bit raspy then. Yeah, so right, let's have a look. So what have we got? This is only the first part of the news I've got to tell you guys. So the first part obviously being we've got two accounts now that we're using to turn this one Bitcoin into two Bitcoin. So let's show you the bags that we've got. We've got some iExec, we've got some Ren, some Elron, some Carver, some Synthetics, some Kyber, Tezos, MCO, 0x, Engine, Cosmos, Aave, Decentraland, and then these don't really count these, but we have got a little bit of BNB and Tether that we will find a home for. But yeah, that's it really. We did actually do a few trades. If I want to show you my orders. That's where I find my trade history, isn't it, on here? So let me just show you my trade history. What we did was we sold some SPX because it had a bit of a massive pump up, and we sold some LTO because it had a bit of a pump up, and I think we also sold some waves. Yeah, we sold some waves because it had a bit of a massive pump up. So we are actually out of those coins. Well, we're out of those coins that we had before. Yeah, so if I show you those charts, SXP, waves, SXP, waves, and LTO. So if I just quickly show you the charts on those. So here's the waves. You can see we obviously had this spike up. SXP. What are we on? Oh, sorry guys, we're on a 30. That's why it looked a bit odd. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the daily. SPX, obviously we took some off on this pump up. Waves, we took some off on this pump up. And LTO, we took some off on this pump up also. So that brings me to the second part of the news, is that here are the coins. I think we are fully invested here. We did get filled on my orders. My orders were pretty much on the market as these coins were coming off, as these coins were going down in price. So yeah, so I've got Polkadot, Chainx, Edgework, Osama, ANKR Network, and I don't know why it puts these in new and main, because I bought them all at roughly the same time. BZX Protocol and Sora. So these are the coins I've got here. That was basically 2.5 Bitcoin was exactly the amount that I sent over to here. So yeah, so there's what we've got. So that brings me to the second part of it. We have got a 3Commas. We're back in the 3Commas game. I'm glad to be back. There was a reason why I kind of stopped with the 3Commas videos, and it wasn't, I mean, part of it was because I was sort of trading my own style. Bitcoin went a bit non-volatile. The breakout indicators, the momentum indicators weren't working that well. So it was more of a case of me trading Bitcoin based on my levels, like I talked to you guys in the price analysis, and then also the past few weeks I've been buying. I call it investing. It's not really trading so much, but it's going to be more trading soon. But yeah, I've been buying up these alts, been moving out of obviously BTC into alts. Yeah, that's part of the reason why we hadn't really been trading those 3Commas bots anymore. The other reason was the indicators that I use. I know some of you guys do have them, DMT and Dominator, but obviously they're monthly subscription indicators, and they're just, whilst the people have got it, you're in the group, you speak to everyone, you know what we're doing, you're on the ball, you know everything, you don't need my videos every day on it. But other people that want to use 3Commas but can't use those indicators, it's not ideal for them. So we have got some new indicators, no, they're not new, they're new for you. That's what it is, isn't it? New for you. Maybe new for you, probably new for you. They were relatively new for me when I started analyzing them. But what we have got going is, so what we're going to do, how we're going to work it, we've got these indicators. So you guys, because basically you guys can do these, you can set them up and you can use these too. That was the main point, and you don't have to pay any monthly subscriptions for any paid indicators. So that was the point of it. And the two indicators are this FBB and this VPT bull fib. Are they both on here? Yeah, but what I have actually done, because it's just something that I do, I have, let me just turn these over to Forex so I can just show you on Forex, because I've actually been looking at them more on Forex, but we are going to use them to trade our alts as well. But so kind of like how we are doing these, we've got two indicators. Look, that's the FBB disappeared, that's the outside one. This is the VPT ball fib. Yours will look different to this if you go into TradingView, go on to the indicators here, and then find them. If you look at my favorites, I've got quite a lot of favorites, as you can see. I've got quite a lot of invite only ones as well, but yeah, the favorite ones, if you go to it's one of my favorites, they are down here. VPT bull fib by Raphael Zeoni, so shout out to that dude, whoever that dude is. And the other one is a bull fib. No, FBB, sorry. Don't even ask me where it's gone. But you'll be able to find it. Let's have a look. FBB. It annoys me how it does this sometimes. TradingView does some silly stuff sometimes. But anyway, you will be able to find it. It is on there. They will look different. I've taken quite a bit of lines off it, adjusted the colours, but I'll do a video on how you do that if you guys want to do that yourself. Just to declutter it. I've just decluttered it a little bit for me, just to make it how. So right, so let me show you kind of how we use this indicator. Basically what you can do is, when the white line crosses the red line, you can sell. But by sell, you can either be taking some profits, or you can be part entering orders, because as you can see, it can touch these lines, across these lines a couple of times and still keep going up. And then broadly speaking, what you do when it then comes back down, when it touches the bottom, that is where you will buy. When the white line will cross the green line, that's when you'll buy. But obviously you can see it can move about a bit, so we're gonna have to work out exactly how I'm gonna set up the bot to actually operate this. This is for Forex though, for this is a little bit different to what we're going to be doing. Also you can kind of take small profits on each of these red ones and then buy back in again on each of the green ones. So buy there, sell there, buy there, sell there, buy there, etc. Sell there. We will go over to our alts that we are going to look at. So if we bring it over to our alts, so here we go. We're going to use it on a shorter time frame, so a 45-minute time frame. This may be the time frame I use. I may adjust it a little bit. I'm just going to have a look through. So generally speaking, you can see when we get up to here, then you can sell some. when you get back up to it, which is obviously here. After that pump, you can sell some. Then when we get a pump up to here, you can sell some, although it did call it a little bit late. We dumped a little bit, but you're obviously quite a bit higher than where we were. When we got up to it again up here, you can sell some. And then I think we stayed above it. But yeah, but you'll still be in the trade, because how I'm using this is I'm going to use this for my bags, to trim my bags, basically, and then to re-add the position. So what I will be doing is I will probably be taking what a percentage that I've yet to decide off of the bags when I get these sort of red arrows, these sell arrows, potentially, or I may just actually take them off when I get the pump up above these levels, when they cross over. I will have to fully crunch this, and then also I will actually, because I'm only looking to buy things that are in upward trends anyway, and these alts are currently in upward trends, so that's all good. Obviously, if that changes, the strategy will change. But then I'm going to re-add these positions. So I'm going to be buying on the greens, and then I'm going to be selling part of on these either reds or these reds, and when the white crosses the red. So this is not the greatest example because it had a bit of a pump up. If we go on something that maybe has not had such a great time of things as recently. I mean, this one you can see. I may want to adjust the settings a bit, but you can see we sort of had to sell when we crossed above here. So we were selling before this dumped down, and then we could have got some more buys in. And then we didn't really get a sell signal, but we did get some of these red sell signals. But you can kind of see how we're getting the sells higher, the buys lower, the sells higher, the buys lower, sells higher, the buys lower. You can see we did have a cross to the downside, but that won't really be where I'll be buying, because I will be staying net long anyway, so there won't be a lot of buying. I'll only really be re-adding the positions that I take off either when we trade at the top of the level, which we actually broke above here. So on this spike up, it took some off, and then when we came back down again, it bought some back. So you can kind of see how this works. This is very early days of how I'm going to set this up, but you guys will be here. You guys are here for the whole journey, the whole Binance 1 Bitcoin to 2 Bitcoin challenge. So you'll see how it all works. I will work out what settings I think work best for the strategy, how I want to do it. So you can see on this one, you sell up here, you sell here, you sell here, and then you sell here. Fair enough, the market goes up a bit more, but like I've said to you guys, we are basically, the aim is we are staying net long these coins, so we'll maybe only be taking like say 10-15% off when we get these moves up, maybe 25% depending on how I think it looks, and then we'll probably maybe only be adding like say 5% each time, every time we hit one of these buy signals. But you can see kind of overall you get the sells, buys, sells. Like roughly speaking, these are going to work. So what this does remind me of on 3Commas is their grid bot. But I did try to set up and did have a look at their grid bot, and I just didn't like how just indiscriminate it was with basically how it sort of worked. I mean, it just had a grid, and that was it. There was no real like taking a lot of other things into account. So kind of how these work, I have actually deleted, not deleted, but taken the colors off, but I'll put them on quickly so I can show you. These are basically fibs, so you can see we've got all these fib lines in. So what happens is when the price moves over the highest fib line, apart from the actual final outside line, it will then trigger a buy when it then comes back in. So when you go back out and trade them back in again over these lines, that's how it triggers these buys and these sells. So that's, in case you're wondering where they're coming from, that's where it comes from. And obviously this is based on the volatility of the asset. These obviously they're like Bollinger Bands look a little bit. So it is a very interesting strategy, and I do think it will work quite well with the bots, and I think it is an upgrade to a grid bot, and it's free. It's available for everybody to use through 3Commas. We're going to set a bot up to do this, so we will all be able to do this, and I think we'll all be able to set up our more advanced grid bot. So yeah, you kind of see what I mean, how like it just looks a bit more cluttered. So I actually take these off like so, and it just looks a bit more nice and clear. These will be different colors for you guys, different thicknesses, different etc. There'll be different lines in there. I mean, if we go to this one here, sorry, I just ignore me messing about. There's a lot more fibs on these as well, look, as you can see, that I have basically taken off, because that's what it would look. That's what it'll probably look like when you order it. But like you can see, we don't need all that. The only important one I'm looking at is this outside line. So that is why I am deleting these. Not deleting them. They're not gone. They're just not getting displayed. That is all it is. Oh, we got rid of the one we wanted, which was that one. So yeah. And also we kept that one, which you didn't want either. Yeah, I am considering keeping the actual media in the middle line on this one here, as maybe a just a check for just the whether we're in the top half or the bottom half. But I also am considering not having it on. I have yet to decide. Lots of things that I've yet to decide here, guys. So I'm going to do some videos on this for other assets too. How we can set up bots to trade other things, how we can set up a pretty much a grid bot type strategy where we will enter, like, say, I mean, because if we just look at this, we can be entering, we can be buying 10%, buying 10%, buying 10%, buying 10%, then selling some, then selling some, then buying some, then selling some, then buying some, then selling, buying, selling, buy. I mean, you get the picture, don't you? It's not too bad. It's not too bad, as you can see, as a strategy. We all know this is a fractal. This is how markets move. This is like a river, how rivers meander around. They are basically fractals. So yeah, that is kind of what this is, and that is how I'm gonna look at setting bots. And what the best thing is, guys, 3Commas obviously isn't free. You can get a free trial. I also do have a link, and that if you guys do decide to use it, it does obviously help me out, and it doesn't cost you guys anything. That's in the description. But yeah, but so far as the actual indicator setups, they're all free. They're all free on TradingView. So you can get those free, and we can get set up. So I believe that is everything I wanted to cover in this video. So we've got the bags. We got the bags full that I wanted. We are going to then look to set up some bots using 3Commas and this indicator setup to actually trim some profits. So basically potentially sell part of the bags on all of these red ones, and then potentially also when we cross over these lines, maybe even sell a bit more of the bags, and then we're going to look to re-add on the greens, and just work our way, try and increase our number of coins here, try and lock in some profits on some spike ups, and then yeah, and then add again on the dips down. So that isn't even my actual what I wanted to show you guys. These are all the coins that we've got. They were just the trades that I was doing, just the filling of the bags. But yeah, so I'm pretty confident. About this. I think this is how I would approach this properly. Turning one Bitcoin into two Bitcoin. We're not really just going to try and pick the most riskiest alt that's going on that could potentially go on a massive pump, and then just market buy with one whole Bitcoin and try and start a rally and then just pump it all the way up. We're not going to do that. We're going to trade it properly. We're going to have a very diverse portfolio. As you can see, this is very diverse. These are all the coins we've got going at the moment. There's 13 coins here, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now we've got 20 coins exactly. 20 coins. Between Binance and MXC. So we have got I don't want to say a diversified portfolio, because obviously it's all crypto, it's all higher risk crypto, it's mainly DeFi crypto. It is not diversified, but we are working on the assumption that DeFi is going to the moon and crypto is going to the moon, and we are going to look to maximize our USD gains on that basis. So yeah, I hope that was interesting for you guys. Remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Keep up with the journey. It's gonna get technical. We're gonna learn a lot of stuff rather than initially just looking at basically my Binance bags. We are gonna set up some 3Commas bots. We're gonna learn how to do that. We are going to use that, learn that to manage positions, learn that to manage our bags. I keep calling them bags. It's such a crypto thing. Before crypto, I'd never call things like, I would never call them bags. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to learn with 3Commas. We're going to learn we're going to learn some what I think is a more advanced grid bot, and this is just one coin. It works very well on currencies as well. Look, you can see it working on 0x as well. You can see the sells, the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells, the buys, the sells, the sells. I mean, looks good, guys, doesn't it? It does look good. We've got obviously the sells once we cross the line. See the white line crossed up here at the high, so that was a great buy. We actually got a buy here at this low, and then a buy here again at this low. Then we got a sell up here at basically this high. So you can see this is a strategy with lots of potential, and you guys can literally go on TradingView right now, load these two up, and you are ready to roll. So right, guys, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And coming up very soon is the Bitcoin analysis video. So apologies for the videos coming out quite quickly together, but I've been a bit busy today, and I'm having to squeeze them in now. It's always about 11 o'clock. It's always nearly midnight before I actually get into bed from doing this. I'm just here a lot of the day. So, but anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Again, not financial advice. Hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed, and yeah, and let's do this, guys.